I would like to ask you about the story of the film. That the colored woman, she rears the child and all the rest of it, and then she has to part with the child. So, how the whole theme came to you?
So for me, it's based on a novel. It's one that's very iconic in South Africa, so I can't take any credit for coming up with it. What I did was take a story that's very dear to myself and to South Africa, and try to figure out how to visually bring this to life in the present day context.
About this story, I want to ask that it has got certain history also. Historical background is there, apartheid and all the rest of it. So, when you shoot the film, could you sense some feelings about the film around the people who were there?
Yeah, so I mean, apartheid was a legal system which lasted about 40, 50 years. So this is set in the late 1800s. So it happens many years before the apartheid system came to be. And we were very intentional in, while the focus of this is a mother and son love, we wanted to use it to highlight the conditions that actually did lead to apartheid and then did lead to the current state that South Africa is in, where we are having conversations around race, around land, around the redistribution of wealth. So it's something we're very aware of, and especially with, so our actors are both white and brown, and it a wonderful collaborative team, but each of them were able to bring their own personal histories and tell me how filming this actually affected them, and we infused that into the making of the film.
Normally, such discriminations are dealt very in a black and white manner, but you have used the grey color of it, and in a very content and controlled manner, you have done everything. So, how it could become possible?
So my personal style as a director is I like to take polarizing topics or characters and to look for the shades of gray that exist between them and to ask questions as opposed to give answers. I think in probably more mainstream cinema, you like a very clear villain and a very clear hero. But for me, I like to look for the good in the villain and the bad in the hero. And in doing so, creates questions, which I think makes audiences more reflective and allows them to engage with their own prejudices and ask questions.
How it was received in two different audiences, one in the colored and another in the white.
Both have very different experiences watching this film, which is something that I love. I think when you look at cinema, the beauty of it is that we all bring our own histories to it. We all watch it through our own lens. So two people can watch the same movie and have very different experiences. So a brown Afrikaans person will watch this and have a vastly different experience to a white Afrikaans person. And I love the conversations that come from it afterwards, especially when it comes to specific scenes where there are layers that may go over the head of one audience member but will really resonate with another. And to me, that is the beauty of movies. It's also the beauty of the ambiguity that I like to have in my films, because you can, by not making something clear, you allow people to bring their own questions, their own thoughts and opinions into it, and then you can have multiple realities.
After such a wonderful project, which is another project that is there in the back of your mind?
So I have a couple of scripts that are moving forward that are written, and filmmaking is a long, hard process, so we're trying to figure out which one comes first. But I have a script on domestic violence in a gay relationship, which I've never seen really explored on cinema, and I'm really looking forward to using polarizing kind of experience and that of an abuser and a victim, and trying to take my personal styling of in creating empathy in those spaces into a story like this.
So I wish you all the best that what all you are going to do in future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.